fia kan nyina so no yetumi amana yesronko aye yie ehye no aye better than what we have experienced previously. Abani Machan.
Ayo Sminia.
Wona mo bako de.
Nyame adom na mo so e.
Nyame na dum boko. Ekan se metiefo ne mahwefo enhye na animu mpo a. Mame Musa se dwumadi amudi awo akwa safari no. Eye dwumadi be pote na mapem so e de aduru sei.
Ni nyame da se. Nfa akonya so nchia abusuafo nyina ne Santiman obi a otie bia titru mechia mikrum nkarefo second one for mechia obi a
second one
mechia obi a menia yo said you obi sano coalition of domestic election observers Jumaku bi a ensha ba se civil society organizations and adwuma krankra bi a ta ba ase no mo abom 42 in number chief imam's office kamo Ghana Bar Association, Ghana Students Union, other civil society, trade union congress, engineers association, local and civil government union, and the say yeah, about to achieve. Now you provide the second eye. Say electoral commission, administration in so to candidates, say political parties and individuals, the digimano. The England himself for the editing your choba. And here independent body here or the needed DHA, nothing to a bar on which me up on the baby. Na yedi DHA. And she either see any electoral commission, no decision before about the challenge and the facts better jack. And she 2000, since 2000, no, you need about including even intra-party elections, MPP and NDC and PNC. Constituency staff and not the national executive so because constitution it's a maybe uncracker party there's a conformity to the national constitution and no be na and 2020 about to abaye now about what the unim say in the events a process there be a next 4 years ever to aba never to aba na see who said the 2 year no a call saying a day na touch you ama anko papa a day na ye pie bit machimokena into your 2 be area any stakeholders in na betresia na ya bobu hu na de enye no ye dia toto akwam ye wi na the recommendation na communicate aba communicate bi come National Media Commission security electoral commission NCC then the em say ye titru fi say ye nya ekunini papa bebre wa ha you NBC, you have passed the Fiautiha. You were MPP, you have Pamakmenu, or Evans Demacomotiha. You were PNC, CPP, PPP. And then it is true, no, you were, you papa, not all, you know us, UN mission for Western, for Northern Africa. You papa even chambers. On Naba, Obertnapunachi, and Mabibia Koye. Into a chassis in Ra. And no, you bobo 70 1. You bobo, my electoral commission representative ye. Na hombo aboa ye wo abatu no mu. The office ko ye ne de anko ye. Ye ma a friend is saying NDC kasaye, MPP kasaye, obia na adwuna ko bankrum na me bonoto fa no ade esi ya. Ye esi ye nyina ne say ye wo problem of coalition wo abatu mu no. Na be den na
why first work ka e man bom no.
E man bom no. So wo hwe abatu no tiwa stu bre ba ya the whole free. Into quite better the first going forward, you know. You make me said you see in NCBU. A chiman no Chicago, you see in NCBU. So regional coalition center at the bar and a boy and a boy then open. You can't send no big break. They are also being a kind of presentation on the possibility of merging the national identification data with the electoral data. A truly reflected, accurate data. Legality and said the back is the said it's national identification data now. Take data from polling station. Electoral commission is taking data from polling station. And the Akasi produce national identification data now. Then it may assign to particular polling stations on by and as the move the man for church and one green tea. Feel say any such Yami admo fa bibia mre we be no mi no ne yetimi ahwehwemu ama lawyers e wo ha ye lawyer Pagu ye Mr. Bichim Ghana Bar Association ye judicial service wo ha tie nyina be kan atwa bum ne ehu se mrampo wo ho a electoral commission esi ni kwan a e bere ne yetimi ayi sa mra na fi ho ama na yusu na sa concern se ye ni polling station go national identification bere ne yetimi amage data se de be ya e benya polling station ama nkrofo me kai se menua ni ma konfo MPP o kan se ono national identification ko register on krum polling station so register wa Accra in the case ye kan mi no aboma obenya 2 different locations in the hin obeto na aba ni nyina ya dey say according to Abakana Stefano omo use data to say snets in banks ni nyina no omo technical committee omo sort out some of these nitty-gritty but the here say electoral commission be jatum say making you use data no then going forward we look at what happens and the legalities and we bought a tough and rad this year no na shebe to aso
right minimara anadwumade no ebe kwa ne say
so and there's a agenda day anymore. You remember Ghana Police Service have a train one way about 2 million. If you pack a crane, you know, it was the same. Hey, now what it will be if you have prosecute will be and any other miss friends and miss here. But because he is supported by the CME, director of the Faculty Academic Affairs of the Finance Center. Also, reset a claim with your farm for 1,000. We have a 2 year affair. National Peace Council, so peace mediation activity, say the conciliate, the about to community and you one. It is here declare results from that part of the so much. And then you make the and then how to say, Umuko, baby, can say, Umukas. Going forward, again, we are the Umukas. If Robert electoral committee have perceived the important, the rising cost of elections in Ghana. About in fact, and I'm calling Koja Asante presentation. Was it in 2012 we had reflect, you know, that candidate about $90,000 to get
$90,000
to get through elections from the constituency level to the friend saying to come to parliament. So we call primaries in you knew about a contest or constituency and that is the average they spent.
And averagely a parliamentary candidate spent $90,000.
Yes, that is the research. And wow. You know, a short say even you are going to a prime benefit the perform. And no electoral committee and say in 2016, that cost of election per head in voter $13. But this election, you know, which made it about $7.7. Even that, averagely across the globe, election cost per voter is $5. I think in Ghana, more than $5. And seeing in yes, election after the year, so election, but you can the common first so the cost of elections, no, and quite not any for otherwise incompetent, but he can't won't mean contest. And if we are a last one cry, they are friend saying abuse of incumbency, bribery and corruption in elections. And let you be the tables anyway.
Abani medasiano pay nyame enka honum sa echina after energy media besaba na yenwa bedingo. I'm grateful.
That's me bring me
Ebusafunyina eje so Paulus I don't know udru atwemango beja nkawe to be precise Paulus eno mufreno Nana Kwabena Mensa Abrampa, a senior research officer with CDD Ghana. Womujumadi a omudi aqua safari num and abo a Hong Kong. So the highlights sika ankrabia expenditure through the parliamentary primaries and sana oko akonya that opportunity sir obekomra shebedwafie as parliamentarian averagely $90,000 eno any sika ehwehwemu no echese omu expend election expenditure per head as in the last election na $13.3 ena omutua 13 be $13 yen kan say na say be $14 yen rounding up sir nanso no aban abaye ene afiabato no ehyehyɛ no ema ebato a eka yebo ewa nkwankwa bia ho ewa abato no esote eba $7.3 na eno kwa no omsusu se ewo soro ze wiase afa na anya no hyehyɛ no ne hwehwem kye se enka wo san kwankwa bia nipa ye to aba nipa ba ko bia no kai bebo no won ho no eye be $5 nanso so no ye de ne ateso aba fam de nanso no egusua edaso ewo soro. Then he also talk about the presentation Professor Kenneth Atefa enso ekoyeye a ochre se timi etu anamo year yebetumi ede ye Ghana card no national ID card no atoaba in 2024 eno se ukra bia eno be voter ID card or say ensusuya na adwenche bebre ebai especially womu a omu kire se baby an polling station to aba or didn't voter ID card and register no different for baby or register for Ghana card na bana sa himpote and about but nyina no one of the issues before they synchronize the voter ID card and the Ghana card you bet me use ede enoso no ato about these are some of the issues we're going to discuss on our discussion table this morning, and joining the discussion panel Dr. Samuel Efriye, a lecturer with Kumasi Technical University. Ora Ishak Che Brobe, and so a lecturer Kumasi Technical University. Both are patrons of TESCON. A honum that is a tertiary youth winger. A NP Pino Asim. Then of course Ora George Akom, and so a registrar. And also so a kai home na yatna se edi enkomo. In the last few days, it has appeared, say, Nippon be Ashase Kasa, trying to posit, say, Ghana is currently under the culture of silent. Wontumi chiroma juna Wontumi kawana sem okoyempo na ban ebe tatawanisa. Now, I'm surprised, say, any penny be aircast as about to pay. My own good brother Samuel Brian Boabim has given us a write up. Now, chronicle some events at SEC. Obi obekase yes abanyi come out for Casa Boasha when yam Womobian Canasam no enya no cressa. Then I will take my time and read through. And also so you know share other issues eda yapno and anopay especially COVID-19 once and some yabakoswa Eddie Eho Enkomo, the nomination of Orakisi Ejabin Esquire to take over the office of the special prosecutor by the Minister of Justice and Attorney General Godfrey Yabua Dame, or the Akoma Mampeni Genitumdia, Najase Edidin Equacoman Rashibe and pay the office, the responsibility of the office and the personality. Niwaya Chamudada, any expectations, a Kobasa unya opportunity to the sumwa de ye share ede free ne ho and so another issue and pay ye share na ye di and so come together with the call from some civil society organizations and especially Dr. Steve Mantiam, the Ejapa deal is one of the greatest innovations. Abayi Ede Abba, the Obakenyan say government must factor public scrutiny into its comeback. Say Osa Ede Babiunum, Yanshe, say Yebetumi etu one amano bia a month for any etumi edi echre. Don't forget, say Yatrasi say no, in Makobia Dama, and Master said, did you mediate? Bro, GP1 herbal mixture, Ewa Hanum, Solar Natural Clinic, Umu, and the Prosafit capsules, Joso Boko, Zedman capsules, the Panyai, Wobati Dene, and of his Solar mixture, Eddie Abba, and Repemu, Minu, Ebedi, and no Enkomo Eyipa, Sa, and so, and I mean, can't just say, Danny Herbal Center, Woman Room, Num, Danima, herbal mixture, Danny Tune, herbal mixture, DH ointment, Danny's poster, oh, herbal capsules, and I feel Danny natural herbal capsules repem medi ene so hon komo yie e de acho CD herbal company e de ene CD capsules and afi CD ointment eno so ho Spark Healthcare Dr. Bosom Change Jesus bra angoma so ni odium na be jara sapapa Lawson herbal clinic de no miensa Lawson herbal mixture Locare mixture and afi delay man capsules and of course Joy Industries Limited at a vehicle 20 ABBA, that is the ultimate booster. And also now if you want to look for an expert in South Africa at your 21st clinic umu and akwadare our surge median emu eye pam a repem beka umu ensem ede atro enche na mabedwafo no atrasim na ye hyasie edin komo. The last week, I seen the working energy minister on his feet. Wasrasra asweye baby enyama hoden yagia hoden efri ehyeya ekoso nyina no efri na watwa atwam no eba no Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe atu na mo bebre akwa samia no nyina ehwe adwuma wo mu ye se de be ya enche kra Ghana ye betimi enya nkane a egia na mo nso pa na aban na motuo papa wo de aba eye 1D 1F no za industries no they rely on energy and wonjumadie bebrebe na a stable electricity and a stable power na ebetimi aboa ama zanema no anase anamotuo no atumi akọ enkan eyem yenhwe pictures we eye ne visit to Kaswa box supply station honum no okọ honum no jumadia okodie. So if you look at this, it's about the Kaswa box supply project, you know. Some of these pictures no be any or same. It is a $50 million project funded by the Millennium Development Authority (MIDA) under the Ghana Power Compact Program. And also and no it is a oshemwa omuwia de ebeye nie enkrobiti se Kaswa bodwiase nyanyano na face nya breku omunyina no omba supply mu ehono mbenya omanho de nkane no e de afri and the project me ba go back na mehwe enom the project no also about addressing low voltage and frequent power outages. So the project is to address low voltage and frequent power outages challenges caused by increasing domestic and industrial demand in Kaswa and its environs, including Senya Breku, Bodwiase, and Nyanyano. Ningina ne se nipa abatena sa mpotem wono adoso. Enfidijuma aba won ma omehia nyina mankania ene de aye adwuma na adoso. Tina wa se ekwan omofa so mo nkania no wa se aban aye nhyehyɛ no trem na etimi sum nipa dodo na enti America sikan opepia dionum $50 million and aban de ahye mu edi sa adwumade no ho a so mutimi ye sa adwumade we nyina awia kanea de madunduma ekoso sa mpatam ho no eto ebetwa kra. Then ever provided 435 megawatts 435 megawatts capacity gas insulated switch gear substation, and also that is the second largest bulk supply point in Ghana. Say omudi say adwumadi no ewia and also so de ekoso e Kaswa no ehonsem no ebi enono. Now the project to benefit 241,508 ECG customers. 241,508 ECG customers and contribute to substantial reduction in transmission losses in Gridco's transmission system. Na nyina ne say Gridco for no yon hihye nyina wie na wo mu tretrem de ama for de wonjuma say ECG for na air supply de akwa ya na ebi wo honom a ekɔ waste tese ahwade ne bebre ho ma yanyusu mpo na osese dwumadie we ekɔ na we ya enipa ba mpema hanu ne aduanan achi pema hanu aduanan 240,000 and over ena ebenya so mfa so na mom ekwan ankane a ahwade de no yenya so mfa so esai bebrebe no ninyina no eno so eso ebete. There are other steps and other reasons openino the energy minister etu na more HSA via for crash as etu na mo bia ebeman kanea bo a yetua no eno so eso ebete aba form and pay yebedi sa enkomo no enyina. George akom enso atnase me hear him say Ishak Chebrobe ebeba abeka me ho. Let me take you through what Samuel Brian Boaben has put in on paper on those ranting over the perceived culture of silence. He writes, we were in this country when Nana Dakwa, John Kuma, Owusu Bempa, Fadi, others were arrested for saying things that the erstwhile NDC government weren't happy with. Presidential staffers physically assaulted journalists, crashed their recorders, and called on married celebrities prostitutes because they criticized Dumso. Civil society organization heads called the ever-vibrant NPP lawyer ladies overused and smelly. You are on record to have benefited from Ghana's gold reserve than the entire country. Your company wanted to partner ExxonMobil for you to chop big again. But since Ghana isn't for an individual, the government approved state oil company Goil as partner. Yet another man too wanted to have Marine Drive project and got disappointed. You did a bogus documentary. National Media Commission said you aired. Apologize, but out of shame and over-bloated Beatles ego, you refused to do the right thing by apologizing to Ghanaians and those you sought to harm with your ill-fated vendetta. Now you are bitter. You are enablers, family, and friends wanted to have Ghana's biggest bauxite concession, but the citizenry refused. Neutrals with selfish parochial interests did their worst, campaigned vigorously against the Akufo-Addo government, yet he won with over 500,000 votes. Opaque civil society organizations went all out with frivolous so-called scandals, gave us fire and brimstone, yet, as always, Akufo-Addo prevailed. If the so-called culture of silence is about denying selfish people who are desperately seeking to build their personal stomach infrastructure, then I'm fully in support. Anti-Akufo-Addo media practitioners like Bobie, Mugabe, Hunto, etc. take him to the cleaners almost every day, but nothing has happened to them. They live, eat, sleep, and speak with no holds barred. Those who are disappointed will continue to be disappointed. Your curse for filthy wealth at the expense of the state will not happen as long as President Akufo-Addo remains the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Good morning, my brother Samuel Brian Boaben. Memra na yemeshasye eni enkomo. Dr. Samuel Efriye is seated. George Akom is seated. Sa Ensoso and Ishak Chebrobe is also seated. The latter is a patron of TESCON, Kumasi Technical University chapter, and I say branch. Dr. Same Efriye, good morning.
Good morning, Oheneba.
Na apom to say.
Said the Yamu who about the BNSO, or Yamobo.
Yeah, the Tridampo Yankopon, I say. George Akom Ebacho, good morning.
Good morning.
My microphone. Rasro, very good.
No, Ishak if you show.
Minko baby,
Ishak Pell, for Massing
Maba.
Our bed and Yamias.
Said Bibia Boko.
Bibia Boko.
Control.
Oh, Sunday, is Wuniho. But yes, a president about national control exams.
Control exams not more channel.
Yes, one in Namanti.
Waba. Ishak Waba.
And Aquaba.
All right, Shak.
Abuzia.
Marchai.
Yenia.
Honamu.
Kakra na onzo.
Namena dom.
Great.
Jiri se busuafo nyina ho ye school musuboko.
Kakra. Eguso.
Ede Nyankopon ase. Mamene ora Samuel Efriye enhyase na memusa ene Ghana aye womin. Ghana obibeka se aban no wapayo etu anamose obi ntumi nkanadwene. Obi ntumi nkyere nadwene. Central for Crampudi Tata say Obakasa na ye ebia abasobon kwa na wode bo aban no ene Ghana e wo misa na Ghana no etia na as espoused by some Jonah and his lies Manase azurunum ne omunum bi echese Ghana na kwese untumi kawasem Abante ba ku bi azini wo kumasi akwado timbe twa ofie be he feared for his life and I was asking myself say why what has happened Pame Musao
Ohineba ye de nyame asese ene so wo hu ye mobo na ye nyina yetimi abehiem asidi bi ehiem no mechia obi biara na mechia ahwefo ne omomutie Wontumi radio ni TV respectively and also ne me boss baako Ishak mte o twan appointment bi e bompa say appointment ne beba yani honorable registrar come me papa nyu me friend come to me refida na me chia KSTU for VC ne Dean of School of Business and MHOD any obibia ana Joe Nkatia so me chia wa ne shawa Oboase fire service they be omuti opa oheneba and omo se me nchia o ma
Oboase fire service and I'm grateful to them
yes
they spend time to listen to us
oheneba was it a culture of silence there na support with any evidence to prove
I'm wondering
say bia ya compare na say bia nipa we akoka we ya kwachina na bibisa me oheneba I think say sometimes it's hard time say yetimi argue and now say yetimi raise issues based on facts to support whatever we are saying. Instead of say bia ya be share until I'm going to say bia no when it comes to especially say ya nimdiani experience kakra no when you are making certain issues or raising certain issues you have to back with evidence and proof. So that the bit me ama wasem no ya gya tumne ya hwe e de ya tutun isene so ahwe ni nyina ne hu se bia papa ya na ma me asem a wo kan anyway ya kwa then we can make conclusion but untimi make all the side is a culture of silence me I have a difficulty in that if there's any evidence to prove and compare time see here any this time I believe say every government beyond there might be one or two issues cannot be used as a conclusive kind of argument to have an argument because me from my personal view culture of silence and there is always an issue say say country beyond we have rules and regulations and we have laws. And you say be a journalist and I say be a subject will be an now can be an wafa hodi. And now wafum rano. No, we don't do it like that. Ultimin ko jina na ko go bi hu fin ko dina tema na sebi.
We are mapacho.
Wapa na fe de nipa kwa no bia oni abotra na se bia sebi nyankopon ni nimu no ko fa nkrofo no mobowa. Then you say culture of silence. Culture of silence does not mean say who are right to speak or right to talk about what to say anything without any ABR. No, we can't build a country with that thinking. Say me will right him to me kabibia. Hey, let's say bibia na ye kan. And inti na wamra ho na inti na say bia we are journalists and I say bia we social no can be business a form and I say it creates a security problem and I bibisa. Na ya frewa na say be the court. I don't think say we are having that experience. Enti me I don't have any. I don't understand the culture of silence. Be at this time, and you see, some people always see themselves as always speaking or giving things without considering the laws of the country. Untimi enko na unko find information be unko to media and now untimi unko cover any news and then you don't look at the ethics because I know say ohineba more journalistic you have ethics and this our woman I say be I go control and I say be a BBC and ohineba again if you realize say Sabine Kra ne be a waye bibia can't you send the government to court and I say abine be our form fundamental human right be and I say be a waye bibi ne because I quite remember say obi the WhatsApp or whatever you could say no that issue no me now baby I could see but You cannot do anything anyhow in a country that is governed by laws. And it is hard time, culture of silence or whatever culture of silence, we should back with an evidence. The number of people, if you can chronicle the number of people that has been be sent and I say be against the laws of the country, you can bring it up. And I say will be up from BB and now BB and I say security agency and now police or whatever. You bring it up. But you can't use any one or two issues and make a conclusion. I think my boss in 2014 say and son now be BB abema conclusion. Then it means that one monitor dinner for a period of time, and then it has been supported by facts or data or information to make that conclusion for a period of time. And last time I make us a time my EU Papa Nabaya no time monitoring for 2020 election no more report no. And they were saying say other no more report no man for 5 Techiman South the no issue number CBN Nipa 5. And the man said no. You cannot use just Ghana is so big that you cannot use a constituency as an issue, as a general thing that is happening. Because the moment you put it in, that means that it have a wider coverage. And that is not how we make conclusion on report. And that's what the man said. So you cannot use one or two instances and use that to make a conclusion or something, a case in your report. And that is what all of us we should know. We cannot just pick one thing and then based on that to make a conclusion and generalize it that this is a situation, culture of silence. Or you Ghana, me culture of silence and minim and crophobia. Ya kochicho omo anase bibi omako kan bibi and say sebi ya papa pani o kan say so aka na adwen obi akochi obi anya ne hwe. They say you had the right to speak your mind and obi so had the right to speak his or her mind. And sometimes we should be very careful and free guys a narrow political perspective, whatever is coming from. I don't want to bring in politics because about evidence and facts to support our argument. No matter who the government or whoever is in power, if there are issues, let's bring it on board with facts and information. Be nipa we no abo cases be yi na bia se nipa ko no ko fom mra na se wan fom ana ban ana se bia yakoche na security agencies for akwa attack, then you come up with an issue for all of us to discuss. To me personally, Ohineba, I don't see any culture of silence in Ghana now.
Thank you very much, Dr. Samuel Friye, Electoral Kumasi Technical University. Mamenko Ora George Akomo na Menko Enkutino. Sina mamintiu.
Ohineba, that's it. Mema watching biem na mabushi akose chair from Prince Machia Madishia ho. But I mean, Chaupa,
Majinaso,
and on the 13th of May, a Babaso Drobonsunti, or Momotian Como, and Kujamno, na Memfaquenas and Chiaberma, Trebacudia, Nana, Mechawan of paper, Nanadan Quadubisam, or Drobonso. Or in Yana, and your man be out here, na baby a free ban, why Dean, na peso ubun compo her baby free. Na, my main Casimir, Minia Martin Luther King Kaye, or say the ultimate measure of a man. It's not when he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but when he stands at the times of challenges and controversies. And to tell me, say, Ubi, Kasim Bia baby with Jinano, and a chere. Na Hanasan say, Ya man yourself, say, table ni Dania, and Crofo, baby, Omkasa is free. Now, where Naum Komsky, now Kasim be say, or say, it is the responsibilities of intellectuals to speak truth and expose lies. Teenagers are with the Baba and Timby also baby a free ban. The silence of the good people is a betrayal, said the Martin Luther King Wakaye. And the aspect of culture of silence, ye papa can't want some binimusu say, and Crofobia ye dean because a beer a baby net so near the adeno. Mean send ye omopese omokako because the near me cost now to Hosebia men can. Now you are also not helping the system. And until your freedom of speech, democracy, I can't was a meaning and Maquenya, so be a war, be a how be an obeka. Now, sometimes the other man can you says, oh, more can or more can constructively. And until I be how Muntiminka, because all can, what did any every baby and a becan. To be crowded or becan, say, Bua or man, chicheno. Baby, I will free bent it to me, my dear Noko say. because kayati ho de obi ani ho ochiri afutu anase bibi koboni an sese wo kasa but Ghanaians no always want to speak from a point here ofi say bia o de begu party bi hu fia anasa manyoku bi hu fia no de okoye ne sa do no abeka say you are not being fair to the system but there da ho kan say ye nuanum nyina ye wo mem obi awa kwanya so kire na dwene de say wo kire en sese wusuro wo kai sa time na ye papa ya no ye moderator ma presby num ne ade na obabontin be kire na dwen e won nsem bebre hu a ne nkrofo asori no mo kasa and sometimes yenso a ye watimam no ana ye timam fo no so ne nkrofo kasa nkrofo bi nso horo mo fa no nti ama bebre ho so o ma dwen so mo nkasa because ohini ba obi boni din ho bayo ye se dimpa enti ne achiche din enti se bia me mekwa kokasem bi shaki kokasem bi ni abetwa na da pa de obi ho a we need that kind of strength and as confidence go betima ka ama nkrofo ahoro no a obetimi atena se din psychologically bia na ne ho kura no andodo ne yie enti ye koye anim no criticism se ade a eboa ama o ma chichire no etimi gina pepepe ana etimi gina brane ba se binu mu be kasem bi ne binu mu be so mo pa no mo twa mo adapa na mo aka nsem bi kura sa de egu mo hu fi so kasenti ya tagging it to a particular party. Some of the people will still keep mute na yes anso ase the medin ka aka no yes I moa o ma chichire tambia na o ma chichire ne te se de e wu twasa unim so achi achia nti yes anu wu twa nkrofo e wu achiri ne be ka so fafaha and it's part of democracy ayenim se we be treating wa na oboa because yes obi enu ha we chiri for asempa kodo nti se memeti hoyi na me ye bibi na me nua ishaka frame e wakom de wo ye ni se ya nche se me nua ishaka tame but I had the moment ya obi be kasem bia no na che se nipa ne ta se ba se ye kasa ne nipa se wo kasa wakasa kasatia ana wakasa because one can to their favor you can't build a nation like that nti se ye gina so kasa silence I mean baby emanate from the point ya omu gina so akasa because some of these situations ne bia abako and you koye nim ye susu se tembia no you allow people to express their opinions so now media Dr. Eken expression of opinion this will be express opinion ye fam ba ne just suppose baby a ebeboa o man chichire dan certain bia will be kasa bia no we are aligned to a particular side into do kan ye say ye papa say ye dien o mu benya bibia o mba kasete enu nti na ama bebre hokra na o mu fi say o mu nkasa because we hear mpanifo a ye wasofo imams no ne other opinion leaders ya o hin ba bebre nim dio bebre ho a o mu afutu se ba se o mu nyina do o mu nsa beba they are putting all their hands on deck say o mu do mo adwenkyere beba without devoid of political affiliations ebeboa mo man ya chichire ni but to the best of my knowledge any time bi obi abekasa bia no because of the divisions inti untimi nka emfa honida but some people should also not sit say omo kan ye bedidi o matenti omo nkasa that is why I was making reference to the quote from me papa Martin Luther King that the silence of the good people is a betrayal and ye koye nim no sa ne man ya de a ye nyina no say citizen ye also ye tia se ne hu kwan ye befa so a ye beka ya adwena bom se obi kasa no wo kire na dwena ye nhoro no ana ye ntete no say wakoka simbi bia ye nyina na amfeva party bia na say amfeva ni ku binti nipa no ankasa ye nti ya de a emwa ye kra
Grazie Isaac
Oinewa
akwa ba biu
ye nua
meet you
Oinewa medase memfa kwan so yanchia yetiefo ne ahwefo na menchia memranti amene wo mohia ha anopai Mr. Komne Dr. Free menko mempesu aso nsita kwa ma bi poso
suta kwa man be poso
na menchia ma de share ohineba enura necessary meda tem kakra but me imagine say Dr. say Sam Jonah the entire write up no meka ni nyina akusi ansa na mada na me preliminary comment is that said ebu a na me si bu papa no no ye say Sam Jonah sa ebu a na me bu no no ebu no eswate
oh
yeah
ade what you
if we say
ana wakaw
hwe on say ewiase ho meti hai nyame no obi a na timi fie na mum asem a meka no ha ade bi a metwa to baabie manfo be kan adoso no eye nyina so e manipa hunu mesu ene me ban ne se de me se dwene esifa hwe ne critique on the economy of Ghana. Hey, Papa, what do some no? To be very, very honest with you, if baby anka nyame nwanwa nemu wono die no kure ni nyame anim ni what any pedigree so e wo memanim and I'm sure a lot of people no papa no ate na anim wonyam so e wo mo anim hwe papa yet me discuss the economy of Ghana when timi anhwe coronavirus any impact about economy of Ghana so me read the and go see am say what some Jonah ni say some Jonah oni one natural way one share before COVID-19
said na oman mu
said ye no oman no esitie one share said ye na nado danko akufado ba wo me administration ebesifa oman Ghana every year John Dramani Mahama nsem one share ana one share said ye no na nado danko akufado Dr. Muhammad Bawumia esi chichire wo mana up to end of 2019 one share. In fact, what discusses the economy of Ghana today? Not one Timmy and factor coronavirus and explaining the facts and figures I was submitting here. That's serious disingenuous. Seriously. Sesana ye be discuss it or minus says o me chama or man ho na we are so watch will be attack in terms of say will be a respond and I look at the whole write up on the economy and I said really John Dramani Mahama Mills administration and handy over man and Ado Dankwa Kufuado. What was the state of the economy? Near growth saying. Now your banking sector not at the same. Yeah, 10 macroeconomic indicators not at the same. Before COVID-19 not the same. After COVID-19, Ghana Cares Program and another Dankwa Kufuado Bawumia administration. Ediagugu Akwemu said ye be revive the economy. No. These are the critical issues. So person commenting on the economy. Now person ye very objective commentary on the economy of Ghana. This is the way to go about it, and not what he has done. I am extremely disappointed. Then come to our friend say culture of silence. Yanyini bebre, but yanyini enough, sir. So be a culture of silence. Under PNDC, Titru, and in the early stages of NDC, and even your friend is saying John Dramani Mahama no pens graded recent history of NDC a penswa. What you have a compare the air cost say one another than Kufuado a pencil. Me and Kasami name Yura Recuperabe and Osha says or Pioneer Radio Tarzan Radio I Abaya no what is Yura Jerry John Rawlings at one man quite. One man quite. Nanso so omo no omo ye omo manyokfo de e kwan e kire no omo ye dan omo kwan mo omo be radio stations ne bi. See a private radio me name Tarzan Recuperabe and a pioneer. Na nam say onye wo mo amanyoko ni nti ana wo mo pai na pampem. That's clear. You don't know who's a way culture of silence. Any. So say you were over 500 radio stations across the country. You were about 137 or even more television stations across the country. And why not restrict you be?
So Wontumi kanasem.
I am baffled for Obia me live me days around some dictatorial regime na yes suppress friends press no. Na me hwe sam reya ye kra ye kasa na National Communication Authority kra no adentina womo any valid license ye mo kwan amo operate and say omo to anamo say about 47 or so womo 49 womo redraw license. Just say yeah, open up media space for people to talk and to do whatever they want to do, even to the point to say womo need license to operate kra no omo operate. That's how your media SCIA free and your airspace and SCIA free is it here. So I am utterly baffled by the position of Rennie saying says Sam Jonah. Okay? Sure.
The former president of the Republic, J. Kufuor, say Sam Jonah should prove more what he is describing as a culture of silence.
Fantastic. Now, wouldn't be respectfully, President Oma Bagana man Professor Buzia die man Dr. Kwame Nkrumah die Buzia your friend saying Lima die me hunu kakra bi na mente politics asekura ye papa. But Yera J. Kufuor Kofi die wo ye yankasa ye de hye onkasa basa wo Wontumi na sam no so waka onkasa mtentin waka ketuwa bi hwe na me wo University of Ghana ana papa bi free press Tommy Thompson criminal libel law one the jelly papa at the court prison yen as students go a demonstration over that jail ye rekwaku ba konom Kofi Kumse nom Haruna Tanom. These individuals, one point in their lives, na SSA, this are criminal libel law, no. Etimi edidi womo na yenum kokotum. Yera John Ajekum Kufuor, the former president, His Excellency, Papa Babia Obiano pay me chiao. One on a penso and another Danko Kufuado, Attorney General and Minister of Justice. One will take you over the reins of this, country. The early part of the year 2000, one of the swiftest, the offenders say, actions are take here, and it's on by abolishing the criminal libel law. Said you media freedom and free speech. What is says Sam Jonah? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Okay? Now, culture of silence. Menya sure say papa no tiase ye. Menya sure say tiase ye. Professor Albert Adubuahin. Professor Albert Adubuahin delivered a lecture, The Ghanaian Sphinx, Reflections on the Contemporary History of Ghana. 101.3 FM. Some lecture no 3-day lecture no and I describe when say lecture breaking the culture of silence in this country. A genius from MPP. And it's also a month for ye 2 and more said the bayas culture of silence no you be breaking that. Ye political tradition any penning for a play pivotal role. Min kotu nipa kran ma kotu nipa miensa and as 9 this morning. Ma kotu mi name Tarzan Rekubrobe, Makoto former president Kufuor, Nanado Dankwa Akufuado, Professor Albert Adubuahin. It is not MPP and MPP tradition. Ekra na obeka say culture of silence. Stand up with nyana omo journalist be omo papa na sumo gene recording say or record omo no. It yera say Sam Jonah na otehe samre na wendo wankasa.
Surprisingly, one journalist also Edna Wontumi dindindin can be culture of silence no Manas Azuri. Na time wa NBC were in power. Na stand ekwaji media phobic cameras near recorders ebubu no na obi raise concern of culture of silence no. Atadia Manas Azuri ekwahye ede ka bibi chance ntwefo no help me with that on the screen. Na me homra na me koba na yaba abedi enkoma aka ewo echiri na ha Wontumi 101.3 radio Wontumi TV Instagram and YouTube no Wontumi TV live. This is Manasseh Azuri, and this is what Otregu Atadiejenim say: freedom of speech is not a license to be stupid. Freedom of speech is not a license to be stupid. That was timer Standogbi. Ekwaji media for bi wo cameras no recorders. Ebubu no say no. Na ye kasa say sadi ni say koso ni say treating central for sa no. Manasseh Azure den atade a okwhye ene de otregu animu.
Na wo Manasseh
and the same
Manasseh Azure winning.
What chawo?
Wo Manasseh Azure winning.
We ma manfo anka wo masem.
Manasseh Azure winning.
Wo to obi anka wo de che.
Wo say amanfo bi.
Ensem de wom de anim na wo twere so obi anka wo.
Wo say Nanado Dankwa Kufuado aban ene Nanado ma amanfo bi ye training a omo ye vigilantes. Okay, na one kasa wo colleague. A friend is saying honorable a friend is saying information minister Kojo Ponkroma said, no, my friend, issues now it has nothing to do with militia training and vigilantes via now Bema retracted now apologize and now baby no do call media commission who just say you have no freedom of speech
and the media commission was emphatic say you heard
exactly
come out
media
and apologize
and
they refused to do that
exactly and you want to be a I am extremely disappointed with say some Jonah.
15 minutes after 8 mamena me homra me ba e ba beto aso abedin cover the issue of Japan and other stories on our discussion table this morning. yen komo twetwe so adeba ko in a run up to the 2020 general elections amount for the ball abanyi echipa, especially as civil society organizations the issue of the Ejapa transaction shishaya na aban edeba efa agudia yetu ewo memu ene ekwaya aban susu se ene de betimi afaso enya mfaso dikase na especially the communities yetu sa ejapade ni free wono omsu ebenya eso emfaso dodo na ene boshew kasaye etiaye ewo memu yakwa akoto aba na wie Ghana for repose their confidence in the government as I'm another 4 years. That's sorry, this same civil society organization I shall say Kasabiu say a Japadino one of the innovations of government aya just say omubomun se mano papa the papa ena aban ekofa ban tie no de kwamra she be fie ebio no onhwe se obechiachi mu ye ama omanfo ate asie. What type of politics ene ye no maimu orakom
oyine ba zema mababu amane mre bi se amamu ya dia eden pa na ebenu amebu ye nem se eho na na menyo isha ke bo ho pam no so bia bebia ne gina bia na kire ne decision na asem obeka nti na wode ye papa sam jona ensem ne manasa de ne nyina eka no na mesre because mabu bia emu odu it was pregnant said the Martin Luther King kai no ohini ba wohwe Ejapa deal ya November 2011 budget ya na parliament, that is November 18 2010 there was a similar arrangement na yenuanom NDC for susu se wohwe ekwan a ya gudi a yenya ewo Ghana ha obode abode ode dum ye ya ase kwan a ye faso nya ho faso na wofom na ye nokre se wohwe Ghana gold a yetu no mfie bebre na baabi a yetu gold yi free ne agudi ahodo a ye wo free na kɔ emiemie bi te se wo boase no ma da mining areas na se ne hotia na che se ase ye konsuo eguso ne yem na wo mo ye similar arrangement and non compass wo mo ye se de Ejapa deal e bai na eduru abato so a policy bi a wo de bebe bia tare ye de hye no nko se ne policy no mfaso e beba wo se de be yo ye beto aba e ho de ehia wo bia na no na me ka wa fide bi se policy ne ba na wo se nke ko afiem na nke aboabu anipa no na nke ya kamu nsem a kire wo bia. Sometimes yeah na me cry me the blame ni be my how articulate some of these policies to the masses because we hear Ejapa deal na say we just pursue the advantages and the disadvantages any do's and don'ts are ebinum susu se be a fight Ejapa deal with regard to the civil society issues some of the issues ni nyina no could be corrected and as nya dia gina asem kasi bia so a ye betimi akase deal no ma ye ma no emfa na wonim say ade bia ye deal bia wo potential facade of embezzlement bia no ne nipa ani di akire because eno na ya na mbu be say wo ye suro ya mantra say isha knim say ade ya ye wan hwa obedi mu adodode without looking at the benefit here beba we share say the structure of this Ejapa deal ne emfasode ya na ye benya na ye me nwanwa kakra se na bebre sorry akasetia. It's good September you be criticize some of these policies. I got to a point to cry parliament when we walk away majority still we gina ho e pass ye na ye me de so mampani o listening government omo bo no a ujafo ye ja ne se onkoy assessment wo mo den report ba mampani ka se ye ntwensinsen na wan impose ade no na nanu ye osanya akwanya kura koma the state of the nation's address o sa ka so de beba bie ma ebi nkura twetwe no menu ya se wanya daje akan mu a na u juxtapose no mienu ne niam a o mu rezi se enu ntima ye nyina so emma Ejapa ne mamu a which means some of them no enya de a wo nyina so kese bia meto mebo ase akenkan mu a ahwemu a abedrum pempenso bi se ye gold a ye tunu ha nyina no hwe sika ye nya eni mfaso a ye nya firi mu a ohine ba se e fakitua bi ena ye nya na sabre akwanya ba say through papa or photo samfwe ofuriata atnase this innovative way abay na innovative financial solution ye de beji wo man na si ho ma mia bia ye ho akwadwa mu yetima fasa akwanya yi so na yetimi anya sika aboa ye daachi na unim say without mincing words or can say be me de papa was say why not acceptable to borrow today for the future and not to make good use for the national resources to leverage our asset for tomorrow. Enti entra ho magudie no ebu ho sa ansai me who investors nso to me ba ebe to agudie bi affront to jisika edigu omugotom no omde kɔ na ya ade ne ye de an yenya akwanuasa bi aso emfa bi na wohwe areas ya ne ye hwese sa adwumadie ba ebeboa na me ka no eye me de pa senka yenua no mo wofo no benya kwanya tie dan setem bia ye be misinformation to them on betin sem ne bia omunyina so because bia ya personalize some of the areas no unim say eniema maako mienu miensa bia o man a higher part is a health education road infrastructure and housing. These are some of the areas a yesusu says a japadi e ba be shimukina. Now at the same time mining communities ya ho kwadwa mu emre bia mo sori am say oboase ne yetu gold but ya kwanye ye betima nya kwanya amasa mia ni bia wo ho kire wo mu because of the problem you have with local content say yetu gold mu ho kura kru bia yetu so no kura wo be kone school dan kura bi nsi ho etini nyina kan yema yesusu says a japadi le di beba na baby anesa ya me denesi benya kwanya ni enya sika mi dia support to sa ye National Development Bank no be gina so amampuntu djuma ye pese ye di tu ewo man say sika ni bi beba behim na at the same time infrastructure investment fund yesusu say ye bofutu bi e dia to ho na ye nua no beba chire no akwan ye fa so tutu anamon ewo man mpuntu no man chichire mu wo infrastructure no e be gina brane na ekowie mpempenso bi na binum susu say e bia nipa bi eka hunti na bia deal no nye papa they said there no more raise concerns about conflict of interest ade bia ebeka bia o se nya kwanya na verify ye papa na mo susu se o ka ho through data bank ne Imara South Africa company ya o mo from nya we have systems here to verify and yema ye de edi djuma awo man mu enti se wo nya daje adomu asuko no hwe dache mfaso de de beba eni sika yi bi nya firi mu a me fi se nka nya de bone ye me de se ne ye papa mante ya o ka asabe susu se ye papa ba na me busa se first no e ba ye no e de ntina ama na anye papa issues kakra ba mu an ebinum susu se offshore company ni ade ba bi kura na e mesiri se mo se japade ne din a ya sase no ye nkrofo bi dia ne niema but I'm happy say for to some for ba bontinti bi be chirim the reason ya ye friend no say redundancy of the name and now say din no aye kan e ho da den de mpedi e be fata project no a ye ba ba enti se gina sa niema ba ko mienu miensen so e ma ye tu ade ne twene bra e de mfaso de be bada a chia na mfi se ye ya na edi e ho awu na me se ye koye anim no yesa ko parliament no o mu se ye nuanu ma na o mu raise concerns ne bi kofie e na fofora be kan ho but o mu fa nkofa mutra ade bia e be ba parliament will be for the interest of the nation and until ye yi o mu se o mu nkonkusi ya nem and me se o mu be hwemu ye na bia ba ko mienu bia o be recommendations bia ye nkosesa no dan se ye be to ade na twene ama ade no se bi ye nya ho mfaso o hene te se wo be na ba wo utua wuntimi mfanya hwe na o se ishak mfa metwa nsefo nsa mfanya petition sana ye system ni etio gold ye wo hoyi ye wo bebre but e kwa ye faso na eboa wo ma ne chichire no se de na meka ne nkwa nanim na onim se we heard the value chain of the gold system no o hene ba bia mfaso wo ye time a ye tu afirade no a ye de akodwa so koto ho ne yetimi add value e masika twitwiri dia ye fi si betim de abo ma no ho bra ne ho na wo se kofri and this yenya kwanya na ye nya advantage kura expose the gold system wa ye wo as yetimi call the international level see a cost stock exchange London stock exchange yenye baby ketu a ofiti ya na wakoho no say e baso e betima boa ma ye nuanu mo ye gold adwuma nya investors o mkro mo pa equity se bia mo pese o mo nya sika twitwiri de bi de boa gold no enhihye yem no mo nya sika emfa meboa no nkrofo bi hu se bibi se e koso na sa ma ye confidence in our gold and then the mining sector no send ye be ya adachi bia ne se nkrofo pese o mo do mo sika be hyemu a e beboa ye na de bia e be ye bia ye de amanyosem na bi no pese ade ne be ba na beboa o ma ne chichire no na ne hadwen tina de bia na me sorry amenya kwanya me ka say some of these political misinformation and disinformation is a threat to good governance. Enti ebra so say yetimamfo bibi say ba ye beto ye bo ase ne adom wasuko. I'm happy say ye wie na yetimi gitumu ye be kofom ne akirikirim ama ye nua no omu ye gold adwuma omo mutimi tu abudie wasase mo behu mfa so wonim se fa ba bi kra beboa ama ye nua no omu tu go no so anya kwanya atere omo ahye mu se de na make investors asemi omo ba beduru ha omo ama begege concessions ya omo di du omdwuma nyina beboa ama sika twitwiri ya ye hwehwe no aboa ye se sharkness about $1 billion dollars na yesu so ye benya firi mu de aba beboa adwuma die no na yetimi de akyekyere omo na ma ye nua no omo wo enkwala omo beba daachi asem a ye ka ntinya se ye future and ye to hwe issues anu omo reasons as ye ton ye daachi ewo gold room ni ade no enya sa na tie some of the concerns ya na civil societies no raise together with the opposition ni nyina ye concerns ya betimi address na ekodi ye papa akachi ye papa anu special prosecution office we yes so ye corruption risk assessment ye twin side ye sin say ye no sa ko eminim se de timamufo
one of the reasons Martin Amidu eba bonte be kan wasem say eno no influencing the decision to resign eno any the cruel issue with Ora Osafo Mafo no ene per the civil society organizations about a Japa transaction as a deal no any the decision Martin Amidu ejina Japan so eteki no what personality and for anybody churchill ever Martin Amidu and the decision he took.
Many say ni friend was over to Baba and the SBB so. Ebia na wadinka form opinion bi dada na nkenye saa asem wei. Because many shaki di asem na wakasem wa fa me ho. Se bi asem bi nkoyi. Also mama kwanya nam so be yima no. Dan say we gina so a we say de me hunu ye ni ntia. Mene saa side no enya dwene because wo akwanya na dia bro although attorney general no ye dwuma bom outside we no so raise concerns but attorney general did not in any way ka say ade ni nya it was a recommendation but wo hwe said ye wo kan ya enipa e wo mu a antina na make some aspect of conflict of interest no wo susu say enipa bi mu ho a it was bordering on credibility but untimi based on some of these issues enka say ade kase ye say no enu nti wo gina so a resign enu to na make say bia na or hidden agenda kwa battle so no bibi nti we gina so a wode etwen ho because so we hwe basis a wode ajapade from edi gina so say we gine ho afiri sa akonwa ye de amano akonwa kese a ye wogide o mu ye de ahye ne nsanse nkuntu ho anamo na nka sa nya ne man kitinkitiwe because there were several issues wa natima mufo nyina hwe so betima address because we hwe the euphoria time a ye bie no office Ghana fo nyina gitum mu say papa wo be ono kura single handedly with me pursue some of these cases na ya ye mra ata na chia yesu so obetima boa market asehya ye nyina no gidi aye wo nu na ba bonten even kura ne sebe onye party ba na omampani gidi a wo mu pe transparency nti yekofa wo no se wo meda sa aso aye na no ana se sa adwumadi na no na adeketwa we ba ya because be amaka na ketua but that is what I'm talking about say enye we nku anti na obetimi agina so aka say the whole exercise ye no enu nti wagina so a resign because ye papa safuma fuma omuhu ani ade ade nka Ghana ha menye sure say obi yadwuma obetima mani nua ba be ye bi but we have instances here ye nyina no ye hu nkrofo a omo aboa ma omu nua no enya ba bi asi because they say the opoto no onchiri so odi bom nti say ba se nipa no adwuma no ye janiwa me fi say nya de say yetimi ekaseti we hear even the act kra ebo za investment fund gold yi ho ana say mine yi ho aka ekwan yemfa so appoint nipa wo mo beda no but they were raising issues about the fact say bia na da chinesanse yentimi change managers into all these were issues by papa me do se bia wo hwe personality side say asomasimu issues finance minister kuo no ho enu nti bia wa tworo niema bia babonte a wantima meyi na no gina so resign ya me ne ohene ba hono de me fi say no nya no ntia gese da achi dom wasuko hwa de kronti a wo ye twen na nu se brepam no se del ni go through a niema wo gina so a enunti wakase waje na dwuma na to ho na beba bonten but say we based on some of these issues personality issues no dey me feel say na nya de aye adekasi bia na ebetima ma watimi de na dwuma to na mum bia bibi hye ho wanti na na di na wode no wada ani a wode free office ho koye but minim say brepam ni nyina be pia ma yetima ba
bobo Isaac
oyina ba
sɛ Ghana for tie the oman for kai ana wo gyina so kɔto abati aban no eni hɔ, and because of the oman for aka any decision that Ghanaians are taking to no menyini sɛ nka aban ye beba no ebe na yin sɛ o take up this innovation na emu mfaso a ɛwɔ sɛ oman for enyana, especially our mining communities no omuso manya afiri so na emu mfaso no we are loose. Then again we have punished the government for no reason, and I say for the bad reasons. How do you inculcate this into our governance structure? Any your politics are woman.
Oh, you know, I time for nyame. Yeah, I time for nyame. Nyame 2016. Other than Ado Danko Kufuadro, Everton Ghana, Akunya Kessiano. When you say on any Juman in any year, into Onunya Minoa Ninsawum, Anna Obesha de Ma so on twaso. Na Mitie Dr. Steve Mantiao. Ewo a Japa home. Na I told myself what about say and yes ye come for your home. No we are near cashing your mean winyam. Say a bar say ye guests on radio, TV programs for some years now. Na most controversial issues and things that seem controversial. Na ohinaba you take a position be on the matter. Na ye no. And na ebemwa tembia. Mimi kwa mbrobe ya na mde yeme hwa. Enkanto me ho. Look, some of us defended sir a Japan deal 110%. Ohinaba and your first time or my journey efase ye good year ye nhwe kwan ya ye befa so a ye benyeska na ye timidi ayemponto dwuma anya first time the ma a Japan different say a Japano equity deal rather than a debt deal, and I will explain that. Former President Kufuor ekope bosia ema ye dikoye buidan sa bosia no ye di Ghana koko ena ede etete sa aka no se ohwe se NDC pencil road fund former President John Atamils ena ebaya o it be increase road toll 500%. Omo be free abemu no omo kwaji loan ewo UBA since who an ewo ho 32%. Let me take you back even to former President Nkrumah. Nkrumah industrialization no major income or use here in the form of loan cocoa and husika anana yedi ethiopia and the ba say cocoa prices follow you know. That is where Ghana ye debt and kasa na chassis no e ho ne cocoa free buy. Se Oshana Nado Danko Kufuado Bawumia government. Nana decided say obey you to slightly different approach. So okaya Sino-Hydro deal. NDC for crack IMF see na a debt.
Yeah.
I'm for the bar said there be any credit and your debt a butter. Another danko Kufuado Bawumia administration move away in terms of say yedi yen kasa ye resource be kwakwaje bosia edi ababe pipi. So the butter deal no say yema isika $2 billion of dollars. Yemfa develop ya kwan any interchanges. Yebe 2-year bauxite adada ni enso so yamamo aluminium or so alumina. Then the issue of Ejapa. Look, adia me pen anado danko Kufuado asem ewo ho. And what I personally describe is, I personally describe it as consistency of purpose. Na eno na eye the chrese wo ye kanini papa. Because obia udi kan, and in particular so your president or mampani na wankasa unni convictions as to kwanya and she say udi begu akwam no say idea SCP esita. So if you look at it, free SHS 2008 free SHS, 2012 free SHS, 2016 by 8 months no implemented. Running mate Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia 2008, 2012, 2016, or repeating in 2020. Afei Galamsey enka ubeka se Nanado Danko Kufuado NMPP aban tosum yenu die enka Galamsey kwade nke moso biem because your boss agaye musuo if you say you lose Galamsey areas ningina. But Nanado Danko Kufuado's consistency of purpose will always play out. The first State of the Nation's address, and I say, yeah, let us have a new conversation on Galamsey. She says stakeholders engagement. I have here. We expect to say a beko form. If we say Galamsey no a idea. Essay or mano yen sasi ye no yen foodie yen suo any the keka hon. Then Ejapa still on the State of the Nation's address. Yeah. Adia last minute Yewra Martin Amidu you su yes sir Nanado Danko Kufuado cry no or yonko breboa won ne konakra na wahye wanimonyam kese sei. Na sabi yampani for the kind so when you be a mawasia ye nya monokro no na few days to elections ana papa di niema we be bom meanwhile ni a reference sembia ma no dada ye no de wa amoso ana Yewra John Dramani Mahama Airbus there no so what they just one paragraph be ebe share Ejapa report Yewra John Dramani Mahama describe and say were you coward and stupid. He was very categorical. If you say officers are okay Japan once a more another time, but Airbus there you refer Airbus there man before Ejapa sem beba. Our friend say task force money tax force for and some you refer man before and sana even or friends say public procurement as you refer man before a Japan nina de nyano in order for priority on one yanko brebo and or pese presidency or no or teso no enhwere no e su ne buying. Let me proceed. What are the main blocks of a Japan? Similar to other things are yetuno or maimu, something like oil. A quite better me and son if I free. One the carried and the participation interests. Say ye go to or friends a good year no na company a kwakutu no o mine nkasa ewo wono no ne share ewom o share of friend is saying Jubilee filter oil no 5%. So Okoshe 10 filter it was 5%. Oko Sankofa it was 7.5%. And so when you come to mining, we have about 10%. Then companies are engage you on omutua corporation tax and also buying a scale frame and royalties. In fact, royalties no mineral royalties no yeah between 3 to 5%. Yeah mineral royalties na yeah no. It is estimated say $114 million every year in Yenya. Say ya no kasa the back Ghana come is about best 650 million every year. Na say sika we ya Yenya no. Ye musa ye ho say e free 19 kojo ho. E be si samri. Say sika we ya afibia no edien ene edi aye. Obi antimi nkyerɛ ebi sɛ ekokogu consolidated fund na yɛ part of budgetary allocations amana cover ne nyinaa a free about 12 mining companies I expect about even 4 more ebe join amana 16 and the potential some mining mineral royalties when idea says kana yenye free mu no emu be den emu be peja Nanado Dankwa Kufuado Bawumia Aban say Yen Pep Kanfofro some mineral royalties we say yenyano $114 million per annum and now 650 million Ghana cedis afibiano Yen Pep Kanfofro bia abefo kwanso a efe ayebe timi anyasika twitwiridie asan afiri mu na tem bia nso no yebetimi abodin se ye goodie ye tuye ne titru ye gold ye chafa ye nyamu ye de kowura abefo kwan papa bi so no wei ene yetimi anya firi mu ejapa deal na no ani na se yebeye sa no ena metiase say it's a novel idea. I agree with Minia of friend saying Akom said 2010 Professor Mills and John Mahama administration attempted
some baby bisa
tikasi awi adwen ukona akoko gina ho a wo de wo se adweno na emre ne tinu na edibu ano this time round no Kenneth Kuntunkunku Oforiata, investment banker of international repute. One Charles Adubuahe, another investment banker. Nanado Dankwa Kufuor assembles people with tremendous talent from different skills, competences, and capabilities. And of course, you cannot leave out the head of the economic management team, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia. And so now Dr. Addison Umababeka. So look, the Omuya failing in 2010, no, we are not going to fail. System idea akwamu say, yeah, be a friend is saying mineral incomes investment fund, no. I want Ghana here, no. Yeah, per special purpose vehicle. You know, and you dibedi juma. You nunti. You better register back wa brochri amanone. Near register back ewo efie. Na efie de no akwakwahye amanone de na ase. Tiamanone de na ebe fe no a Japan Royalties Investment Limited. You better listen to London Stock Exchange. One of the most efficient stock exchanges in the world. Now, ain't it easy for you even to get listed or London Stock Exchange? It's not that easy.
Yeah.
And then again, a Japan Royalties Limited, and so no, you be listen a Ghana Stock Exchange. Ghana, you know, a share. London Stock Exchange, then you call listen and on say. this is the difference. The difference is that, sir, through initial public offer, shares are yebeton any amanfo or mubetopie. And you could raise initial, investment. You could raise it free. You be float to shares amanfo ato. Both of friends saying a Japan Royalties Investment Limited, Abruche the NIA register no exactly, and I listen no London Stock Exchange. Any Ghana no a Japan Royalties Limited no man for unkokoto shares. Ni nyesika emfrio. This is the difference. Nesikana eba no a dear ben near de bebe. Mining investment a key. And even small scale mining, Aisha one. And then Ninkro for Enya Fidie a buy in Intino.
Aisha.
Omobe champions. Even when it comes to Galamsey. Illegal Yamfa Kwampaso into. Yeah, were good the shay and sassy so. Let's buy 2 and more so Benyasika, Kitri, near Hook say you did Coco na Yatimi Hunquan Vaswa. Yebenyeska more every month. What about 13 fields are currently available? Approve say a good year or so. Say Yan Kasana Yadi who Ewuramua Yebenyeska Tuchidi and Edia Free. Small scale investments into mining. It does a ban one a Quaco Remu and now say. One ankran be air carbon no akoko remu. It is a scanner na year multiply no sir.
Yeah.
Scanner na year multiply no. Even the indication is that sir money investment in the crown enya Ghana how you bet me akọ abonten a wo mo so wo mo or friend saying a good year ni be na yen ye sika na eden akoko wuramu akoko hyemu na yen sika no o man Ghana no na sa expertise no you leveraging it to other countries so yen so yes akoko pesca or other multinational enterprises or operate or man ebi ni na sadia we no e bae no na se go hwe say ya nanka hu na nado danko akufuado MPP aban na hu no Kenneth kuntunkunum na nanka wo ball nsam ye den e ma wo mo ade na se nke ye no etimi ma ya elections no crime for 2 years and for much so wo mo besa of friend saying enetie ade agu ye garem atamfo nyanyame atamfo enya dia omo ye nyame ye sorry na ye adwene se oman adwuma ni ha na adwuma ni ha na adwuma ni ha sika ye nya free no major investment a ye no geologists and administrators and mining engineers ni wo nyina ke be employ omo e wo sa sector no on for the expertise enko Johannesburg and now say other countries na ye be use sa expertise ningina ye dey mind sika hwe amanfo wie no ope adwuma sem no ntino obehene na ordinity no ordinity ahwem na o mind no lusu sa expertise no so and na fei ye hwe se kwan ye be fa so a sa sika na ebe free sa anhye ye mu ebe ba no ye de bi ebe ye mpontudwuma na ne titru ye no so menu akom kan eye baby a yetu agudie kone kwakwohwe ho se de hostie o ye Rasam Jonah so South Africa when you say the Johannesburg city no mfa o say no mfa ko pe oboase what ho so many years me dem fi say ne wiase sika wonya ne twitwiri wo ne wiase nyina no efiri oboase komra no me oboase eboase clinic kra wo si bi di che oboase fo na no as a person na make o was the clinic credit or was it for? I never media the imagine you say Sanko Moya Yashing no say no after elections no it is a ye chefufu na aton kwam Yura Dr. Stephen Mantel Yedanase meaning say the real Ghanaian project has begun. Nanado Dankwa Kufuado's consistency of purpose will always, triumph. Now, this is my advice. Stock market, any stock market listing, any operation in a thrive on information. A drum pampen so be or company be or stock marketer, even a director cry na CEO cry involving itself, even in a sex scandal cry, it may affect the share price.
Yeah.
Yanunti. Ye said to an point. Ye maimo. Ye ma area. Emum.
All right.
Ye nya daji. Ye nchirichirimu. Investors are on person investing. The international one, London Stock Exchange one, and the Ghana Stock Exchange one. No, as I say, omunya GDA. As I say, wo mano edi wo mo sunsum no mo ahoɔden ne wɔn nyansa ɛtɛkyire na saa deɛ wei ɛna na mfaso a yɛhwehwɛ no ɔhene ba awie pɛyɛ.
Let us say Joy Industries Limited at a vehicle 20 number. It's an ultimate booster. Na 100% helps ehamankwa eno makakabuma omodia yesa edrebusua me catch us say you be able to tenya cold we have no tire ya anase otenya infections uberem all pharmaceutical shops and as a licensed chemical shops e wo mem no na vehicle 20 no unsa etumi akami it will optimize your immunity over friend 0244 585 531 and of 0244 876 321. Lawson Herbal Clinic is saying, say a gonorrhea, syphilis, infertility, waist pains are what the a local mixture and no and a call necopebi at all. Nemum say a malaria, interior and a or menstrual pains, a pulse and a fibroid no. Abusia Oberation Lawson Herbal Mixture crime. Not delay man comes na member modianom that is for male vitality. Bema betime jinawana mosuye low sperm count de betu asia and I just said layman capsules and a ukotobi anom 0242 133577 Kwalinak, Misty Heba, Danny Heba, Freddie Mensa, May, and Apidang, and Abeton Rabin. 21st Clinic, expert in South Africa, Makacho, say, oh, yeah, now what if you purchase, we see one of my Equa with Nasa Wanamano, what the any so bedroom, I was Sunyane, Tachiman Goso, Sashi, and a Takrade, Udrua, 21st Clinic, Umasuya, and a Okrom. My main countries and laboratory and scan services, Omiabi, massage and machine treatment, Omiabi. It's a pay so one cry a dome market every do bed no na chuano mo pay and I be 21st clinic over Kumasi and here overseas what tra alpha radio home and I be 21st clinic so I can say almost special canti wa 7 a.m. ye can say I sharp is you want them come over friend 0540 311 0540 311 311 and your 21st clinic they are expert in South Africa. Sa Ezra CD Aba Company Edi no mienu ana aba CD capsules and a CD ointment overcall Apidank Mr. Aba BT Royal Freddie Men's Blazer Require Mama G O Kumasi Takradi AA Mensa Eastern Region Gabson Pharmacy Amen and Amen and a 20K or Kaishi Drug Lane no Ewo Accra, a CD Herbal Company, and I didn't know me about CD capsules, immune booster, and a CD ointment. When I'm young, when I'm random, what possible, drivers are more driving for long hours. Uber do funeral bread, who has CD ointment. For business, we be able to kind at the amount 0505 767 425 0209 682 836. And overfre na onempere for a D and combo. Abon pepe, Maminko Dr. Samuel Afrio, Namintiano on this Japa transaction and I'm going to say the U-turn from a civil society organization. But before I do that, Dr. Lawyer George Ekufudampare, Director General in charge of administration, Ghana Police Service. Papa, good morning. George Ekufudampare, lawyer, very hard working officer and humble too. Referee.
Whenever
A Japa.
Damper.
Are you a good father?
A good father? Yes, I have to.
Do you Japa?
Japa.
Okay.
Police, you know, me channel pa. Me personally, me share that, but the new man in the Miss Mechiano is a privilege.
Dr. George Akufu Dampare.
Yes.
Over so Shiano.
Person that be Timisiano na me channel.
Let me give you this promise. And that papa bebe kumasi be memo Shiano.
Pacho wada man come ni beje pa.
And that bebe kumasi be memo Shiano.
Ah, o hene ba tinampe wasem at least empire ne ebo an Nyankopon fa so na je say me penasem pa nyame Shiano so.
That's
o hene ba John also Isha so submetro min chairman.
John.
I'm a student also min chairman.
Student John.
Oh, they say, hey, correct.
Let's make channel.
So,
only Josephine.
So,
on so she has to submit to.
Would it be you one Maswati? Bibi one was Maswati meet me a discipline kakra.
The mechanic
oh, I don't know what man I know my body why. The child digging at table so Yamisha. Me lecture be or still leprosy is better than illiteracy. Now sometimes I know kind I'm in town and yarding. But and I was Bible Musu I'm say lack of knowledge my people perish. What probably I have identified about these CSOs as a Bibia Umunim. And that's where I have a problem. You might profess to know, but you may not have all the knowledge into those areas. Enti yebesre unima ubusa unima ubichre. Enti mijiri se anu bi na CSS for bi akohu a afedo mahu se adepa wom ne bia ne se ade no se wunim ne se o ye wadwen se o behwehwe na obehu dia fine but se wunim na ye wadwen se wonhwehwe ana se wunim ana se wonhwehwe wonso mo bia so nkyere wa na ye se baye bisa enu na ye nyina we have to be very 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 careful ade a wunim no busam ni enkyekere mu. You cannot profess to know everything. Sometimes some commenters here so be a policy be all of the sudden they don't do any research. Hey bam nom dia beto. Hey bam nom dia beto. But later no when they get the necessary information and the understanding then they turn back. And this is what has happened. And I also believe, say, government side, so making sure, say, sometimes, some these issues are being given to some people to also bring the ideas. We should have these stakeholders, and that is a personal problem I identify from this government in terms of some of these major policies, because some of the policies, you have to get stakeholders, share the idea with them, let bring their input, and then package it well. But what happened is that you see, say those things will be put out. Now, man, for the commenting one, I say, yeah, it's a bad policy. Be say, yes, I am what. And I believe most of the government policies are failing now due to some of these communications are more engaging some stakeholders for them to understand their intent. Because when I would ever, and I wouldn't the woman. Ana onim adwepa etachiri obi ono oten China de bia na adwen se wonim too knowing for no ono picky baby ana de ko introduction of that. Yes, so sometimes nti abai no very very cautious of some of these. Most of the policies, about 99% are good. But obedi beba no na bia wa engaging crofo na politics for a politician so di omo ho abefam opposition ni adai fo ya ni amade na say enye kura but later no engaging them and bring it and engaging them no so who are we and be ometimi akoshu and I learn say data bank will withdraw from that part of a yinina, and I believe that is a very good policy that the government is bringing a Japan royalties and a co-parliamentar. Let's deliberate a yinina interest. It's not for a particular group of people. Nti yen engage amanfo na yen make sure say sa policies ye beboa because say we call boas na call mining areas na ye bi wo ha infrastructural problem ye issue. And I believe if this fund it can solve some of these things from those mining areas, you know. To ahine ba ya bia ye momodin na ye ensure say policies, some of the policies are very, very, very good, and we should encourage ourselves and let's diffuse our minds. Obi a want to bia no ye engaging on one. Nebia ye no mun try because if we say ubeye bibi nebia unim so bisu with different idea and a different way to improve more than what you have even thought of it. You can come up with the idea, but different obi ideas or the eka hono be ma den cry more better than what even you thought of doing it. Nti menu ampanifo mu nyina shark ne yi mama very good details about it. The miso me de beka ho an no say let's government engage people or stakeholders, and also omom yes so no make sure say unima ubusa unima kosua na wiase na Nyankopon boy one limitations or there many people say you cannot know everything until you seek someone's help or ideas. Ohineba the American so no
Mame ma wa wonto so on the nomination of Orakisi Ejabin by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice to the President, subject to President no approval no forwarding Ediama Parliament. Let's say Parliament dino hon komo na omu jitum se osefata the Brenner. He becomes the next special prosecutor. The responsibility of that office, the method Martinami Ducreti around it, Ujan Ho Ekoye, and the persona of Urekisi Ejabin, whether it will meet our expectation as a country.
Special prosecutor. One of the things the initiative of His Excellency the President Akufo-Addo, or they buy an intent to make sure say you be fighting corruption, to help the Attorney General office to ensure say you bet me the corruption so inkunim. Enti Emma now by develop an act they call Parliament more approve Act 2017 at 5959, and probably the office came to an existence on the 3rd January 2018. Now special prosecutor no more major function is to prevent corruption, investigate. Now what the power to prosecute? The power to prosecute, the nuclear more important because most of these investigative bodies, may have the power to investigate, to even prevent or whatever. But the power that you can go to court and fight for the nation was not much being added to other of this investigative body. But this special prosecutor has been given the power with 6 board members to manage this area in terms of corruption. Now, Musua be a special prosecutor in the government has to have to wait 6 months to appoint someone to come and replace. And in Tinama, penny honorable, that is a Matiami Dukoy, the government has to bring in that is a lawyer Kisi Ejabin. And me checking the profile, and I think looking at his record and profile, I think he is the best person to fit in. Ocean academically, we're a lecturer in terms of law, in terms of international law, corporate law, legal. Just say But area or the academic the qualification there. I don't think say you will much problem with him. But the measure how obetimi affected into the area Martin Amidu Ekoso ye. You say Martin Amidu are given a certain picture of their office. And he has a duty to change that phase of what? That office now. Martin Amidu I believe His Excellency the President had the good intentions to bring in Martin Amidu because of his fight for corruption. But personally, looking at the performance of Mr. Martin Amidu was a total failure for me. In the sense, say, and I think he should have been much more into journalistic or because we be now church, we are not church, and yet you be an economic church. And yet you be now sorry, I know I prepare now. And not in a man, Papa, no, accountant general, auditor. And I think Mr. Ishak, much more into auditing and move to this financial. Sika, you're not you. You didn't manage Sika, some investigation. You will trip and I will drop. You are dealing with figures and you are dealing with intelligence. And intelligence doesn't need noise. Intelligence doesn't need noise. It needs thinking, critical thinking, analytical skills to able to what? Gather informations and manage them and to what? To investigate and prosecute people who fall short. And a special officer and No. And as I said, School of Journalism now, and no you don't do that. And me Gidi said, if I should say the mess that he caused, because they are sending excuses to me, and they gave him 138 million Ghana cedi, and he only spent 40 million cedis. Can you blame the government for not giving them the enough money to run the office? Can you blame the government for not recruiting the right qualified people? No. You have been given the power. And I believe that these are some of the challenges that Mr. Kisi Ejabeng is coming in to change the face of what? Special prosecutor in Ghana. And he has a big task. One is to change the perception that we hold, because Matamidi was the only first person Obaya, that is the first Obaya, and Wabe criticize kind of, should I say, it's a caricature of the day. Until now, you have to come in to change that, to give confidence to the president and to the people. Hope, because Matamidu dashed that our hopes. He dashed at our hopes. And Kisi is one of the person, I believe, he knows the tax and he has to change it. And let us see the real functions, to prosecute, to make sure that you investigate, to prevent, and even get all the monies that have been lost to all these corrupt practices. Corruption is going to be one of his main function. And one of the things is that I believe that he will not be a media prosecutor. But he's going to be a corruption prosecutor. Because you be a media prosecutor, you are going to try to work for the media. But it's not the media that gave you the job. Corruption is not one of the things that you can just put on and write. You can write, but there's no evidence. Let's deal with this issue very, very, very well. And that man, even though I don't know him, but checking his profile for this short time, I believe that he has the integrity to do this job. He has the expertise in quality. I don't want to go there because we'll shout to say yes. But the personal demeanor, the personal character, some of these things are well endowed with knowledge, well endowed with all, but ni personal. It doesn't relate to people well. Because it also a way of handling issues. Because you need to have an emotional stability to be able to handle some of these issues. Issues be by media. No. You are supposed to. And I believe that the major challenge that we had at the office was, I think, a place that they are supposed to work, I think is well secured. And also, I think they were having a problem of human resources, equipping that office to do. And I think, say, it wasn't the problem from the government, it was the problem from the special prosecutor to recruit. And I believe that this, that is a Kisia Jabin should recruit qualified people to assist for that office to work. I don't believe that he should come and continue with that blame game. The government has given me money. The government should give me a key to office. These are all unnecessary. When responsibility is given to you, money has been given to you, make use of it and let's see result. And I believe that we are going to see results. I don't know anybody say be wait me approve be about 2 cases and 3 cases be matiami ditimi call ya yetimi enye baby there because your term is 7 years but he spent 3 years. And if it's 3 years, then send me who ready be ana or baby amuna mo ben sro kakra be ana mahu bi me anu muna ben sro chofo be ana mahu bibi. Oh, totally he failed, and I believe that he disappointed the one that I think the former president Rawlings, because he's one of the people that was with him. And yes. And I believe say be honest, I don't know say disgrace even in there banner it be or here ya wu ya nem say or resign ya because he did not perform to Ghanaians and the president expectations. And who ye be so sometimes you have to be very careful. You don't just use politics in the family realm and my former president Mahama Kra described in a certain way. I think he failed, and we should get someone who will change the face to make us be more confident in fighting corruption.
Isaac,
I never. Did he kind? My money trinkwa because lawyers are kukudama omo my Ghana must say a dozen. Na Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Yura Godfrey Odame, the dynamic Odame, the eloquent Odame, Adoso, a lawyer for more my munina na ono Yura Kisi and Okoyino say President Ejini Tumwa yen kototonano parliament members of parliament tunano na omamuni nyina Ejini Tumwa wababe special prosecutor so wohwe MPP aban abetwam and may refer to former President Kufuor a lot. If we say corruption fight no katasishane prayer no say also obeko yes ohia nipa wo de beko nanso so ultimi ede adwumakuo institutions enso so eba ebe boa ema yetumi ede esi ano ana se yetumi de kutia katasishane prayer yentiase secretary prayer adia edi oman bia enya etitru oman ya yen na ye fifresi if we say yen kasa no sika no enso yen na yasan ahwe ama anwunu ne titru enwugru akrankre bottom. Former President Kufuor at the public procurement law by. If we say aban nyuma mu ana ya aban budget cry no enema yeto na yedi edijuma emu be se ha mu nchemu be se aduesi 60% yade a yede to na headmaster bi me I share experience be say appointee will be headmaster public procurement law aba enzo no de onim de ekoso enti enkonwa na esese ota na watam sika na waba tete ho anwona ga nyanshin obedi to nkonwa na de ko say F4 ho you get a point. She say procurement law na nkasa no onim ontiasie na onye na dwen say obesia. You can't do it that way. No matter how or sources are koto ade no eye cheaper. Eye reasonable save money sika. Wa mfa emra kwan so a watomra. Emra emra. If we say enema koto ye no ebeden yetimi atrezi history ben e da ho. So ho dem straight. The toso no former president Kufuor nim die ni nyansan mu ana naban introduce internal audit. Some of us are the few people initially internal audit grano kokoye juma kakra, but we had to leave, subsequently. Yanchemu papa. But to say in internal audit, now say I figure in every meeting. So internal audit has saved nation millions of Ghana. I think it's over 600 million or something like that. Ghana cedis. Internal audit. Say any kwanse ye hwe ema katasehye proye no esie. Esese ye nya nwuma ko bi a wo mo nwuma a wo mo eye ebobo modern ama oman no abo sika ho bae. It is in the same line of thinking. And former President Kufuor Onia Wodinachi Nanado Dankwa Kufuado property prempa ne ho bon to draw. Where yes say yen kuntia katasehye proye. Na me at former Attorney General and Minister of Justice. Minim say other jurisdictions no katasehye proye no wetimi akwantia ohia independent body like the special prosecutor na what decide man niti true and say aban mra aban lawyer Attorney General and Minister of Justice wo mo necessary katasehye proye no say esi wo mo no betu ho na mo say asotwen bi ani sika bi na esi agifiri ho no ya asotwen bi a yede amao ne no so na esi awie dada ana ono so oya ya na omamu no anase titire kofa politicians ho a na akwakoye say aban na wo baaye no ana wo chichi aban a wotwam kono ne nkrofo atomu na mom se nya the creation of the constitution ewo independent ono a wojira brane na ono mom no edi sa adwuma na ebema sa se witch hunting no ne sa nema nyina no eyade a afri ho ede amaye special prosecutor no mamintimu biem the creation of the constitution and na MPP aban President Kufuor nua na nado Dankwa Kufuado eba betua yewura President Kufuor nhihye papa wode to wo se de beye bebo man sika ho eban no and this special prosecutor na ebae this is tia se yesa yanunti ustu se adwen papa etachiri na nado Dankwa Kufuado aban at the special office of the special prosecutor na bae no na yewo notable MPP of friend is saying lawyers pa he could have appointed Kotoampa for example but ade anko bi be hu say say on the MPP ni enunti no so tackle airbus one president Mahamani and DZ for be kwa kofa say witch hunting so ana yekofa ono ankasa Namanyo Kunia, one why Attorney General, Minister of Justice, why Deputy Attorney General, Minister of Justice, why Vice Presidential candidate from former President Mills, and to honor their political color, no dear, now opinion him say, why NDC ni. Na sa credit no cry the man no say citizen vigilantes sa issue na ewura akompra ko Canada Japan and ko fa Wyoming asemi won ne koko yiba yo exactly yeah. He was not the genesis of Wyoming issue no Wyoming issue no ne baby e free pan no akompra ko Canada Japan honorable sa credit no ya no ye rate me tafi yes and no dear nim say obe consider be ya oman no yensa ebe kan yesika and odi be gisa din kase citizen vigilantes na medical kan ma minchim biem ehwamo de wadi na nado dan kwakufu ado hwamo pa media ni titru na nado yanko brabo pa o amene kwa nakra na o all the cases sometimes together sometimes opposing each other or court. Na brana babe di dwumaso de ma o man na and wabeto to papa so yes Dr. Free can recruitment of staff ne ye baby a obetena na chese na minim se o nipa o sa niam mu to the nonsense point am fi so so down to earth say so ka say studio we say kura na obeka say okay esoro do me ntwam mienu na metumi use half na we die chese ono die na o pe baby to say flat staff house and I special prosecutor's office and san watimi ayejuma. He gave so many reasons not to perform. Yeah. And me situati yura kisi ejaping. Say what a ma or me yes a friend is saying Martinamidu. Na minim say me share experience na me share knowledge na me share skills, capabilities, competences or they by jumenwa and you know dynamism one Godfred omo mekamum na sa side no omo mpija. There are high profile cases eba say eba ko one run one measure Airbus to the end. Let us bring finality to the Airbus saga. Era John Dramani Mahama Nese Bibi Womwa Oman sang na Ewunu Entiasia sa Bibi Wom. Mimi kwa mprobedia minimsa Bibi Wom. If it's open deals. And your first time when he why vice president yina yetenenka yes na yemomodia na yemfa. One of the things that NDC you know kept saying is oh some say former president Mahama Bain no a corrupter nipa saying na mo buy watch mo na omukasa asam na legitimate. Yes, and some and some even Attorney General, Minister of Justice cry assassinate case Cocoa board dear Koso or friend is saying omo communication authority omo ko procure no communication and so the $4 million omo ajatum say omo betua no you know and a whole lot. But special prosecutor Emra no ono so omayen in a part ni hunu say corruption no fighting. Let's not forget so fighting corruption digitization under Nana Kufuado is also key fighting corruption. Nansanya for Nansanya already say Vice President Muhammadu Bawumia digitization and monitoring of the downstream petroleum sector. You for 3 years, 3 consecutive years, you lose best 4.7 billion Ghana cedis. So I'm monitoring way there are so many things that we are doing right that yewura of friend say Sam Jonah e hono de nyanya dia nani ehunu ye ono de che say ginani hunu ye bia no enye papa since when na yewura Sam Jonah ehunu say ya kwan any ye road safety ekuma manfo since when nana de lankwa kufa no kwan kwa Mema yewura kisi Ejabin me mani trinkwa omra na ome prove the young people no ome prove them right me that's it
so me that's it Daniel Center Danima heba mixture malaria typhoid and a general body weakness unya danitone heba mixture and no moi Wontumi ni di loss of appetite monumu ato odie danitone heba mixture dani natural heba capsules no for male vitality and it also improve your blood circulation within your system unya prostate all heba capsules na and no prostate health related issues ebetumi aboa deal with it DH ointment and the macacho mwamu ya jumaden sisi yari ya unamia kutuje onante kakra bia wote bre those pays ni nanom a DH ointment and abawe chire ewo Dani Heba Center ana aso ko Korinak Misty Heba ana Apidang from our 0209 677 973 0209 677 973 0244 364 651 angoma so enodium kwan so na mede okro na wodo ani akye angoma so no bonsuom hono ma fitafo no animhwa wo pe ana abehu Spark Healthcare Dr. Bosonchije sise Brian na with diabetes no hypertension no sexual weakness infertility mo awo ho nsem ne kra ayeden ade amamo prostate problems ni yanom ose fabra na onfa evidence so na onu kwakra obefa so atu sanyare wona se ede amawo 0241641415 0503440286 kai national so say eya ngoma so bonsuom honoma na ubehu Spark Healthcare GP1 haba mixture no ensusu enie energy level no afe blood cleanser arthritis support you want to be smart ahead of all diseases unya GP1 heba mixture makacho se efia ha obaha ebi wo ha Casban FM ubenya bi na obetimi afre 0244934143 eno ye kumase mo am won cry mo frɛ 0277 521622 na mone emperifwe eni nkomo. This is an immune system booster a GP1 heba mixture hamasu so Ena yede aye sa adri. Ora George Akomfameko, Office of the Special Prosecutor, and the nomination of Orakisi Ejabin Esquire.
Ereba, minu anuma kasa bebre. Me da omase na we said the section 13 subsection 8 no ka for the Office of Special Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 959. I can say akonya no so beda ho na obia ntiso a bosumi nsia da yanim na o se yepe obi na obetena so na said empanimfo kan said o aka no bia suro sonsono na koduru ebra o se yepe nipa obetimi aba betena adwa no so a enema hodo a esi ye e wo ye papa matia medubre no so ne bi ensibiem nti hwan na eba no na ayedin ntiminu yakisi buatin se de ishak kan no nyame adi ne ho afofi in the first place say we share lawyers ahodo yenuanu mo asua emra with experience ani ngom dwumadi ahodo bebre na yayinu a na chese dwuma no a yede hye ne nsa no gidie ani yanya na said James Cash Penny ekan no was responsibilities are given to him on whom trust rests. Responsibility is always a sign of trust. Tinetches o mampani ene na pamfo. Jidi a omwenya wo yenua kisibuati mu na so pa na me kasi so se asudie kese pa na dane so. ye mani trinkwa ni nyina asudie kese ene da ne so sɛ de mpanimfoɔ sɛ aka bia wɔsi dua nanse atena so ana wati bia de awuo no ntekuma onkotena se tonko kete kra akɔfa ho a na kyɛ sɛ wo yɛ nyasɛm na wohwɛ office before see ye be creative. And open menu ishaki can about consistency about the president. And I want to add to that say omampani so kasem or say adeɛ yo. Or shall say I won't born to a bra or pabemia yabefru or kai. And that 2016 nyame ya duma or ba befru abemia. I will buy a nyame ya duma didimwa yetimi etis our office. Now or has or best separate sa office no from the mainstream legal and then other issues were attorney general and about munsem natures are be neutral. Now so happy say minu ishak can be see the fact say base attorney general yabaya woti abaynwa so utu anamo biafa keta se ho a na mo ya friends political dem vandanta ai witch hunting se obi kura di boni na ye pese ye hwehwe mu a na nipa dodo no afi se aban a waba no pese watwe nkrofo aso eniama bebre na akoso o mamu fa kata asehye ho na office wo hwe da ye bebodi a minya kwan fa krumu a na obi ani krotwa yusi sa TV so sa si ye behwe se papa midu ye betim di na si akonwa so na nko wo ba no ye ma ye te ye da asumesi ayesei nanka hwa ni nyina nanka yede akoto ba bia yeda nyame ya adumunya akwanya bai niema wo hia nyina yede ma no ni sika sem ni niema office kura se oya mempa ha se de no mu kan na ija kura cancel se na office nko wo be ya oya vigilante de nka niema ni bo kura baka so wo de moma memfa makonwa nsi he ya antwere ha na mentimi ni djuma because keta asehye no na ne ko ye de ehia me yɛde ne nyina aba na afei fofi antoata na wadware aba mu na yɛnim sɛ nka nneɛma hodoɔ a yɛlane up various alleged corrupt cases a yɛfi sɛ yɛbɛyi obɛtumi atu ho anamo na da bia bɛda sɔre bia menim sɛ menua nya bi hwɛ ne menua ishak da bia bɛsɛ wobɛsɛ line up of items wɔkyerɛ nkɔ wogyafo waduwe mu nyina ekokod ade be kina fabu na ni nyina akɔ ehwe buada enti wɔn ba sɛ de me ka besi so ni nyina agina sɛ menua kisi sɛ nyame ya dum na ya gine tum na obefa sa abanwa ya he will be the second substantive prosecutor ye hwese de yesinka omwonwum bi na omka na em se ade awo yentimi anye we ba ya wa beye awurade yenye wudeni entina me kasa so die eyede eda no so na se de nkrofo ani sasa de ho hwe ye beto aba 2016 a sa ne ma nyina aka ho bi o yetimi di nam so a MPP ba nwa so a ye hwese ye betu ho anamo a ya tena ho a beduru sa abrei enti minim se menua wo be ya so die no eda no so ne se obetu ho anamo na niema mishak ene menua mbobo so ni nyina na de bechi na yehu ehu anamo dan se wo betena ho na afei wadane social media prosecutor ade bechi na ye bechi we na fabu ade bechi ye bechi we ye be ye case we say na antimi anko abem na emide so wo hwe oni menua odame ne onu ankasa na eje omo fufare so wo ye mabunu mrantie se ba se yemfa mrika kura ngu obi so nkwachi ne nyisika o betim kura de agu ne so akwa jisika no kura ye de abre ye so ja vre no wanyini antino didi na adwene ho we de mabunu pa sa ma hwe ni mfie ye nyina kura ye che no me kura metu a mafon me che no but said ye ka no nimde wo nipa wadwene mu a nim se ye nyina ye boni chidom we a chidom bo se niema se no ya na nya isolation se wo behwe se ebia nipa baako na ebeko some of these are cartel nti se obase ne nipa ne be yadwuma no so amoa no ne bi obeduru ba bi no akonya impediment se de tambia na matia medu ye papa woka no a esa ne mfaso a ye susu se beba no yensa nka but mamufo ehwe se wo mampani akwanya ba wa yiye nuayi no obetime tu ho na modern sachirae aba office ho na the same time niema ankrofo hwani mu se corruption ye bete ho asem na baby a fata say ye bi nya saa nneɛma ni bi afiri sika efi saa yira most of times yenim sɛ bi akɔdi nkrɔfo bo a yɛntimi nye no yɛbɛtumi akɔfa ni nyinaa saa yɛ de aba na wohwɛ ye papa before so wɔbɛba single-handedly yefi so wetime tu anamo bi a na yefi so wɔbɛ kora mmra bɛta n'akyi obɛtumi abɔ ne homɔden na da ko yɛ da sɔre ya yɛ hu ade korɔ doctor nna na me ka kyerɛ sɛ bi a bibi wɔ mu na yɛyɛ nimu because wohwɛ nneɛma a wogyina so a wɔdi dwumadi ni tu hɔ a sɛ de na wo ka no a bi a na bibi wɔ sɛ bi a na officer run si efiri mu no mampani da da ntin wadwane dia ye bedo mu asukɔ daakye but more importantly if you say ye be monitoring kwa na ye nyina ye nta na chi because corruption ade a emmoa o ma bia enkanko but said ye isha kekan ne sa pepepe ne tie sɛ corruption no pagya na enyunu ye sika gu emmo ma no kyekyere no etwe kwachiri nti mesre sɛ wabɛn no ba bi obɛfa ani nkrofo behia omumu abia no
onya mayo
so
afei na obɛba
ye gine tumu a obɛba menim so obɛba we de wohwɛ sɛ ne ye nyina ye niagye na nkrofo ɛbɔ na ba so ne profile ye nyagye ne tum no oba ye bɛsrɛ sɛ eniema bebre wɔ hɔ a ye ni da so a ye hwɛ so obɛba betu ho na mo emrem na enyensen na hɔ ema ye sɛ ne behu sɛ bi ya papa no kra no wɔ ba ye no ba bi a wabeduru no ne nimdeɛ no ama yetimi enya bibi afiri saa office num dan sɛ ye be create na da bia no ayehwe buada nti bɛsa ma ne trin kwa na ye nyina Ghana fo ye nta na chi na yentimi ntu ho na mo
bra se ye ma sɔre ɛwɔ anopai nkomatwetwe a mene the senior research officer Emma CDD Ghana Mensa Brampa atwetwe ye omudi nkomo ɛwɔ Aqua Safari omone political parties all stakeholders especially on an election ekosu omemu edin komo menene bon komo no what is coming out and they say the major weeper receive much attention say ye betimi ede ye Ghana card no etimi atoaba in 2024 discussion bebrebe na ekoso ewo honum. Then he also tells me about a name of a community Omar researching into, and that for Dr. Samuel Free to become a parliamentarian, process of go through the political party. So they are called parliamentary primaries, and some of any campaign. He needs not less than $90,000 US. $90,000 US. And obe here aba yeto no a car aban bo e we nipa ba ku bia ho no across the globe ozenka e bia be $5.5 but the last election saw Ghana spending more than $13 on each individual. We cry a boy home on nika kates no about $7.5 and also so ediano tinkomatwetwe no eguso a ekoso a enne enso so ombeto aso e wo honum Isaac onya mpia bedi
me amara sama no bedi obedi
ohineba medase
if yes over $90,000 if no is it because of the $90,000 in Trana
ohineba men kan say say me qualify man broso
oh sure
sabi impredia san again men kan to me ho nyam kopon e kahye na mo nyam say ye hwede ye koso parliament any amamfo a omutimi ekọ parliament any omudwumadi omudie ne nkomo a ekoso ne niema beto abontin me ye discuss ya minim say pefe say we are more than qualified say ebitimi ekọ parliament na kadie no wo hen nti yeno ne asamsebe na yeno na ma enkomotwetwe a wo mo twetwe no Aqua Safari no ema enkomo no eye enkomo a ede na say enkomo no so asaba at a time when New Patriotic Party manuko a yedom na yesom no enso so the General Secretary John Boadu etimi aka bibi atom from him suggest say said yesi call no emfie bi a atwetwa mu no ye koye anim no yen kɔ ne saa biem na ye ba bebie mu na saa reforms no akɔso ɛkɔso a na kyɛ sɛ ɛne nkɔmɔ ɔmo twe na akwa safari ɛna ɛkɔ akɔhyia nti yem sɛ MPP perhaps is ahead in terms of ɛkwan a ɔpɛ so ɔfa so na yɛsi na yɛ amanyɔsɛm titiriw sikasɛm a ɛwɔ mu no fi sɛ sikasɛm no ade a ɛdi yɛnya papapapapapapapa ɛdi yɛnya kɛseɛ paa. In this particular studio or any studio where I'm said was no current DC such a central a share experience emra election 2020 na ekoso no e kire se emrante bia bonchenku be se be adue no election time sa na mon konkoto aba am se one and go to aba mo ya primaries na mo che musika no yen mo brebi na aka say yen go to aba se be go to aba na ni sika no de mo komo de komo amanfo no yen zo mo nya dey mo brebi ansa na yakwa to aba. We are sitting on a time bomb, we ye die publicly ohun wo mo na omo a wo bo wasa adwene bi wo mo trimu a wo hye ne dem a wan pie kra nkonkoto aba nso de ye betimi akan na se potokasem wo aggregate wo keka we say no nyina bom across the country a na just se yentu adamo an sakra mu a ade a ebidi enya kese pa enti na $90,000 na on Canada well was the average enti ye hwede wo soro ni ye hwede wo fom ye kan nyina bom na ye di ekokocha dodo no kokocha and about $90,000 but $90,000 ye kitwa kra so even if our exchange rate 5.7 kra is about 513,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah, they think free ever next election. 513,000. I'll get free ever next one. Dr. Free and go back. Oh, sir, China for with me have a buana kakra. When you call China, when you're not work a crowd 5 billion and you go back one. And 513, the second doctor can next election can have a call. But 513, some of us have had the privilege of being on the ground and seeing it live as it happened. And your 513,000 Ghana cedis a juma. Particularly say we say almost figure on the abano. Almost say until so parliamentarian primaries in Kwankra we win so. Let alone say Obabe a member of parliament. Now was I best friend Biaka for the main and I'm saying sorry, why we need primaries? Now was I call the main elections, you know, and also the Asaba can Bema Omunho na media main share MPP in Kunai. You right, John Boadu, national chairman, lawyer of fairness saying national chairman MPP, lawyer Blay, Irasami Uku, you know. Party structure generally side in there say I'm really idea going forward and idea behind here Rasam Jonah 2012 election 2012 individual be a car a ball election $13 2012 elections. Sorry, 2016 elections. 2016 elections. No, Nana Danko Kufaro and supervise you. You were John Dramani Mahama and Neteswo. 2016 elections. Charlotte say and then a electoral commission. $13 per person. 2020 Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ene Ewuraba Sono Jane Adukwe Mensa $750 or $730 per head. I'm say Ira Sam Jordan, I'm say okasa wi anza information we ba. Just say a less than is about 100% reduction from the previous figure. Or almost 100% reduction from the previous figure. When him said 2016 elections na nkasanso no. Ohine ba Yakobo Busiana be election no $7 million from United States and never finance the election 2016. Now 2020 no Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo MPP aban anye 1 CD inframanone yenya mamu domestication yani fisika ya the elections no. Hey, difference wo mo ohine ba MPP aban ni NDC aban difference e wom chance we wa dwen say won fancy ensani so na on carry ni mienu na so kwa gina fa bi na waka ne tra kosa won fa sa ni mienu no mo hyehyɛ ensani ani ansa na wawe ni mienu dia any obey mistake. The alternative is really scary. Yes, and you can see a contemplative see all right. And so MPP, we agree. So NDC is not a standard. NDC cannot be our standard. See, benchmark yourself. We benchmark ourselves with international standards. So I agree. Sir, $750, $750, and $730, and was so. Nessa yatimia your national ID card within first 4 years of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government dia. And ne ama akwa safari discussion omo ye no ho etimia sa ba mu say ye betimi to anamo at the national ID card etimia to abadia oyina ba nessa san hyehyɛ we emre wo ho ne hyehyɛ nyina na etimi aba mu a 2024 abana ye kwakoto no me ye sure say ye besa bu nkunta no no oyina ba ye nka $5 per head. What would you say? If you say you be your national ID card no obi aba one the other.
Yeah.
And say yes, synchronizing with the database of friends saying Electoral Commission. Na emfa ho se baby a oye wo national ID card. You betimi akọ na ya reorganization into our polling stations. Na omo di 18 and above wa so omo national ID card no omo akwa national ID card na ye moka wo national ID card no ho ane ya sa akwa ka o friend say Electoral Commission and so ne registration in the card ho wahine ba yene na chaw say NDC aban betena ho mfie nwotwe omo antimi issue national ID card no eka anombo man no financial loss to the state.
All right.
Should they wear a national ID card? Eba na yes synchronizing on na be anyway. See to me the two and I'm absolutely confident say you bet me the to about 2024. Need 2024 there. Or hinaba yenka $5 oh. You be beat international stuff.
Welcome, yes sorry.
Yeah, I mean yeah, say Shak aboni nyina to fa kese pa areas yanke be tackle no wa hwehwem. But baby here kese a me di to aso kakra be brain nti the monetization aspect of our politics are ADA from the fact saying Timimian selected the best out of the lot. When you say the highest bidder Natambia we win you. T7 say one had that you say me PBB dia just say Bombusiana Doctor Wahis cannot be free China buy. Or him Bombusia. I mean some me could do double so MP Nenche. Such a front place there no now.
Scout
to be through. But more important, we hear said the nominee Shaki Bobosia. It's hard time say you two and more a bit me ama election, you know, especially an organization, you know, a whole cano abba form. Unsa can in any time be a year election, be a near budget in the overrun. And into crown did him the Fiscal Responsibility Act, a unibuy, as you say, we work within our budget, send a bay a young mocker treaty. Now, so happy to hear, say, this time, Sikakra the boy election in home brain in ano, young 2 and 1 costly beam na yet a free hayam. Maybe ya me nkrofobi di nkomo efa sa nkasa e koso baby a obodi
Aqua Safari
me fi say enema e be free maba na beboa reforms ahodo e be ye election what is say na yisi no kan to the fact say election am conduct na very fine na me hwe no from the point of equipment ya the time where you procure this equipment you say nkrofo yam hwehwom say ye nya mass testing of the equipment in the election in the crowd so I commended them for the fact to say now coming down to how much was spent on an individual for this election, you know, as global you name say about 5 something, you know. Now still cry no dear but yes say ye koy nim no say last 2 weeks me no share me catch say maybe I no person chichiri ni ya the 2 pillars in your soft and hard infrastructures are also can me no DC anymore say be ya we waiting there dijuma hoping forward say that chibian with this cards say day bay you bit ma synchronizing we have what we call data redundancy we have data no scatter across different platforms but yet me can nyina boom near link all this right from the time where you work around no you capture the data into automatically we drew 18 years the system will also recognize your citizenship. Send a bay a bit into a core system. No, so my brow, Besson say, you better have a young fan, a shark, and maybe say, free robon, so and as wedding fee 18. The system automatically will do that, and there will be a lot of data mapping. You better said they no more make a suggestion with regard to the fact to say, you know, be our two aba, a will be so by the national ID one register. We mean, Nadia from the system point of view, as an IT expert, I think say we mean Nadia. Yakasi ebeyedi but nyina will come to the roadmap wa yedi begu akwem the moving forward no and never be seen here hwehwe na yetima formalize the economy said o mampani da bia na no da so nam o mampani abedi akire anamu a watu se mebo wa mane me article bi I don't know say da ya meso ye be mu I said say the vice president ne visit or call to Silicon Valley, no, it was commendable because it translated into our digitization agenda. And today, and meaning say all this come together and a bebo ma batwa yetono, yet me a batwa mubaya fine. Now even with Dutchins and some cry electronic young prophecy no, but something which is not impossible in another decade cannot be said to be impossible in another decade.
Right.
You heard the outcome from the meeting about next week in the bobo na.
That's a free.
Oh, never.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, be sorry. Yakope bibia befi. Oh, never. Media debia make say we have to improve.
Yes.
And improvement bia no so no I was say etimi bring efficiency. We are not improving at a higher cost, but improving on efficient manner. Na me debia there's every time bia I will stand in and defend this woman administration. That is a easy. And I believe say the personality is what even we need more at the special prosecutor. Yes, he needs to, like, we need such kind of personality where you stick to your right, your regulations, your rules, and that is what has gone far for EC improvement in our elections. The personality of that woman has made this. And what I keep on saying is COVID time kurana mami timi go on with these things, you know. Easy how easy, and that is always one of the yardsticks we used to even respect or measure that woman performance. Why? Because still COVID time yet me register the highest number and even went to elections, and you are still saying there's no improvement in our electoral process. No, you have to be human. sebi ukra wo kasa no kra no kra so wo short force ana man ho ukra na de to ho kra na e bi kra na nko wantimi. It is sometimes we should always give and appreciate people who perform, and even if there are shortfalls or weakness, and we all have to address. And I believe, sir, even there's a lot of improvement in per voter. The cost we spend per voter, it has reduced, and getting closer to the average. And that is what we all have to work towards it. And it says, Nyami Adomye to me the link with the national idea. It's not an improvement. Why do we have to demonize ourselves in such a way that as if that nobody is doing anything? Before I try, appreciate what we have, encourage them. Weakness be or and answer you be, then we try to work it out. Inti ya best na sikana almost 90,000 on
90,000 pay.
And only a minimum rate and I say yes, average.
Average.
Oh, the average. Average is or he be easy. Ye ngura will be but mama wura hone de. Asamre man kwa
$90,000 now.
Oh, I mean, and the Biama media mini bill.
Dr. V. Mini be only $90,000.
It's a many thousand. Many thousand. Oh,
That's all link with.
Oh,
where just many thousand. Or you know, where's the best? Mini be. And remember, make create special fund Biama mia. Come and be eh?
Me pepi ama.
Mo pepi mama, we had to say the boa me, whatever my boa me. Na me hiam wapa because yes, our party $90,000.
Me pepe $200 be ama na.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh no, he never do any me that's it. You got more than I say my boy. Kito bi answer. Medin kwa. Oh yeah. About time show there. And I when ba me show there. 1,000 there. What come on grandma 1,000 and there. Me uncle.
Me fan kwa ma dey ka.
What come on am di. We are here and woman 100.
Okay. Abusanfo.
Me chair you ma oboase.
Great. Solak natural clinic and a day post-office capsules and I face Zipman capsules no aba post-office capsules no say be a we obi a we jina pa say we dwun so a wo bre ansa we tima gunsuo and I say dwun no e ba uti yaw kakra e wachi and I say uhumogya kakra e wo dwun so achi ni nyina no unya post-office capsules o say dwun so boko sans so na Zipman capsules no e ho and also for sexual weakness waist pains no e betu ase e dey free o panyan wo bete de ne eno e Zipman capsules now we just Solak eba mixture na or say also trying and no ebetimi etu infection nyina ase and the man mema nyina anumbi obako tinated nana boache heba repage angel and afi king's work ewon kan and I say okanshi dragging ho na one omu edin komo and I say wonya ndro ni biato e prostate capsules Zipman capsules and afi Solak mixture na 0245616028 0245616028 and no and our friend na Solak natural clinic onopa odiaba no onso wonya bi ato yemfansia na yema emuso